Hey everyone, so it's time for another YouTube Artist Collective piece, and what that is a group of us artists here on YouTube. We all draw something based on the same theme that you guys voted on, and so there's a whole bunch of us working on this theme. I'll have everyone linked in the video description, and I'll also link to the Facebook page where we have this group. And anyone is welcome to participate in these themes, and you can even submit your art to the page and it might get posted to the page. But yeah, the theme this time is Wicked Wonderland. It's a little bit similar to the last one because that was Beautiful Nightmare. It's kind of similar in a sense. So what I did was I sketched it out and then printed off 4 sketches and decided to color them a different way to see what kind of colors I wanted to use. And I actually only ended up coloring 2 of these. And if you do want to see the sketching process, that was last Friday's video. So go check that out if you want to see me sketch it from scratch and see how it was all created. So initially I pictured a black and white color scheme because I was thinking Wicked Wonderland. I wanted it to be kind of dark, but I just realized I didn't like it as much. I decided to try a purple, blue, and pink color scheme, and I ended up liking it a lot more. I mean, both are dark, but I mean dark as in wicked. You know, I thought maybe those colors would be too cheerful, but I kept the picture dark enough that it actually worked out. I went a little overboard with the darkness in my little thumbnail thingy. It looks okay, but I feel like I went a little too dark on the color one and a little too light on the gray one, but I was mostly looking at the colors themselves, not the exactness of the values. It was just a really quick color job, get some color down and see what it looks like. And so I ended up liking the color one, and I was actually doing this entire thing on live stream, and I got you guys to vote, and the vast majority wanted the colorful one too, so that's what I went with. And then I just got to coloring. So I didn't actually use inks to outline it. I used one of my Prismacolor Col-Erase pencils to give it a purple line so that the line art wouldn't be too noticeable. And then I just got to coloring with my Copic markers. And by the way, I'm using my Hammermill paper, the Hammermill cover copy digital paper. I can never remember the exact terms, but it's something like that. And I cut it to be 8 by 10 because I'm trying to work in photo frame sizes now. So instead of 8.5 by 11, it's an 8 by 10. So it's smaller than my usual YouTube Artist Collective pieces, or at least the last 2 were big. This one's a little bit smaller, so it's going to be a little bit cheaper. But yes, I'm happy with the colors I chose and the overall coloring job. I like how I just added a little bit touch of yellow, but not too much, because I didn't want, I don't know, just whenever I do these purple, pink, blue color schemes, I end up adding some yellow as an accent color, and it ends up being too much yellow. I really just wanted to keep it to those 3 colors, so just the teeniest touch. I also knew I was going to be using my gold paints at the end, so I wanted some areas to be yellow where I could add touches of gold. And another thing I did is that the pinks in the picture are limited to the tops of the mushrooms and those little round plants that you see in the foreground. Those are kind of just a made up thing. It's meant to be some kind of fungus-like plant creature, whatever. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's just something I made up because I thought it would look cool, and I just wanted to do a bunch of speckles on top. So that's what those are. They fill up the space nicely, so I like it. Mushrooms are also just super fun to draw. You guys know I was oohing and awing over the mushroom drawings in those coloring books that I got in my P.O. box. I did a video on one of them, and then I got sent a second one, and oh, all the mushroom ones are just so great because I love mushroom forests. I had to do a mushroom forest because it's a Wicked Wonderland. I didn't know if I wanted to do a person at first, and then I realized I wanted to focus on an environment, but I didn't know if there would still be a character within that environment. I did a few thumbnail sketches and then decided to just do another cottage environment. So that is what I did, and I think it's very cute. I would say this is probably one of my favorite pieces I've done in a very, very long time. Maybe one of my favorites ever, actually, because I don't know, I like the mushrooms, and I like the composition, and I like the colors, and the darkness of it all. I just, ooh, I don't know. I like it a lot. I feel like the cabin design could use a lot of improvements, but I don't know. I guess I'm bad at architectural stuff. I'm still learning. Like I mentioned in my last cottage video, that's where I get stuck. And that's part of the reason why I want to do a bunch of little cottages, is just learn to make different designs and figure out things that I can add on to buildings to make them look cool. It's going to be a process, but I feel like this is a definite step up from my last cabin video. I don't know if the cabin itself is better. I'd say they're kind of the same design-wise in terms of quality, but the overall picture, I like this one much, much better. And if you like it, you can purchase the original. That is part of what we do with the YouTube Artist Collective, is that all the art we do is traditional, and everyone then puts their piece up for sale. So there's a whole bunch of us selling art under this Wicked Wonderland theme. So if you would like to purchase the original, I'll leave a link below to where you can pick it up. I'm now putting my originals in a separate shop compared to my prints. By the way, this will also be available as a print, so if you don't want to shell out for the original or you missed out on it, there are prints available for you to get, and there are various sizes you can get it at too. So, yay! Where was I going with that train of thought, though? Oh, the original, right. It's on a different store because there was just some shipping problems last time. I don't know. The store I'm using now, it doesn't really integrate well with items that I ship myself, because prints and things like that ship from a different company. It ships from the United States and everything. So it just, I don't know, it wasn't working smoothly. So anytime I have an original for sale, it's going to go on my old Store Envy shop. And then as soon as it sells, the shop is going to close, kind of thing. So it's kind of like I'll temporarily have two shops open, and then most of the time just have the one, assuming the art sells. So yeah, that's the store situation. I am out of town right now at the time you're seeing this video, but I have the original with me, so I will be able to ship it out. Just bear with me. Once you buy it, give me like a week or so to actually ship it out. Hopefully I can get it out ASAP, but depending exactly where I'm at and what I'm doing, I might not be able to ship it immediately, but fairly quickly. I'd say this piece isn't necessarily wicked in the evil sense. I did try to physically make it dark to make it feel like the dark side of wicked, but wicked can also just mean awesome or epic, so it's kind of how you want to see it. I feel like it's not evil, it's just cool, yet dark. I don't know. And I added some jagged looking trees in the back because I thought that would help with the creepiness, because the main focal point is in the midground. So stuff in the foreground is dark, and then stuff in the background is dark. So I want the focus to be around the house, which is why the face of the house is lightest, and because there's lights on the house which light the front of it, but I wanted the front of the house and the grassy area immediately in front of it to be the lightest value-wise to draw your attention there. And then the other areas that have lightish values are the undersides of the mushrooms, because I wanted those to stand out, since I knew the tops would be darker than the undersides, but I don't want the tops of the mushrooms to blend into the dark background, and I don't want the undersides of the mushrooms to blend into the mushrooms. You know, there has to be enough variation there for each part to kind of pop out and stand out on its own. And so I feel like I was successful at that. I don't know. It was really hard not incorporating that pink into more areas, but I really wanted to stick to my guns and only put pink on the plants. And there's a touch of pink in the yellow light on the windows and on the lanterns. Just a little hint of it to warm it up and help that yellow not stand out too much. I don't really have much left to say about the coloring, but I do want to take this opportunity to promote my live streams, because I did this picture on live stream, and start to finish, including the sketching and all that, the stream lasted 10.5 hours. It was a good stream, because this took a lot of time to do because of all the blending and details and all that stuff. So yeah, the live streams, I've just been loving them so much ever since I got back into doing them. when did I get back into them? Like late last year or something, towards the end of the year last year or something like that. And they've just been a blast. It's a great way for me to stay focused on my art and complete it in one sitting without distractions and that kind of thing. And it's also just so fun. And this stream was just especially fun because you'd think with a stream that long, I'd kind of lose my steam towards the end, but I didn't. I feel like it just got better halfway through the stream. It was like, woo, this is fun. It's honestly such a great time. They're on Twitch. I know some people wish I streamed on YouTube, but Twitch is just such a better live streaming platform. And I like the chat interaction better on Twitch. It's awesome all around. And the people who come to my stream are so awesome, and we just have a good time all the time. It's just, I don't know, I really enjoy it. Can you tell from my voice? So if you haven't followed my Twitch channel yet, you should. You have to make an account to follow people, but yeah, you just go to the Twitch website, or if you want to be on mobile, download the app and create an account, and then you can follow people on there. And there's actually an entire creative category, and that can mean anything from drawing to cooking to whatever, anything creative. But most of the people in the creative category are doing some kind of art, like digital speed paints, traditional art, sculpting, that kind of thing. So if you're looking for art live streams, go to Twitch, go to the creative category and see who's streaming, because there's always something good to watch there. So just wanted to throw that out there because Twitch creative is awesome. All right, well, here is the finished picture with the gold touches and everything like that. Like I said, you can get prints or the original if you're interested. Links below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. I do really want to edit a second toy video before live streaming, so I'm going to edit my Figaro keyrings because that's next on the list, and that's a pretty short video. I think the recorded time is 5 minutes, so when it's edited down, it's probably going to be like 4 minutes or less, so it should be very quick to edit. So I'm going to get